If you're new to the print-on-demand game and are worried about starting because you have zero design experience, you are in the right spot. I was in the exact same boat and was able to launch my print-on-demand business and grow it to over 6 figures of revenue. And today I'm gonna walk you through the exact design software I use with zero design experience to launch and sell bestsellers. Getting started with print-on-demand is a little bit scary because you don't know how to get started, and I preach a lot about transparency in my videos, and I think it's important to note that it is a learning experience. You're not going to immediately list a bestseller, but there are a lot of tools that you can get completely for free that will help you along that journey, so that way you're not just starting off cold. I think doing your research ahead of time before you're launching designs and scaling your shop about what is trending across TikTok and what is popular on Pinterest and what do you see pop up across different shops that you're looking at and different trends that you're seeing. Those are all going to be great things to start off with. But once you do have your idea on what type of shop you want to launch and you are ready to get started on designs, and that could be like actual designs when it comes to like print on demand designs, but it could also be just like your logo and different business creative. It's a good time to start thinking about how you want to execute that. And there are 3 main softwares that I use pretty much every single day to get started. All of them have free trials. This is not sponsored, but I will include links to everything below, so that way you know where to go to get started with these platforms. The first software I'm going to walk you through is Canva. Now, Canva is the OG, and out of all of the softwares that I'm going to recommend today, it is the one that I recommend you get started with first. And the reason I recommend that is it's kind of a one-stop shop. It has templates across logos, posters, general designs, t-shirt designs, and a ton of different elements that you can play into your designs that will help you start to theorize and build your brand from the ground up. What I love about Canva is that they make it super easy to edit their templates. And one thing I want to note here is when it comes to usage on Canva, you're never allowed to just take one of the designs and the templates that you find on here and then just tweak the font or make a slight change and then post that as your own. You do have to be making edits and changes to everything, but it has so many different options to kind of choose the vibe that you want, and it's very intuitive on how to use this platform. So let's say you wanted to launch a fishing brand, you can just go into Canva and type in fishing, and it'll automatically spit out a bunch of different things that will give you thought starters on how to begin a design. So you can kind of start to figure out what type of aesthetic you want. There's more of this kind of simplistic black and white design. There's more of the animated design, but very easy once you get started with customizing these templates to go in and make changes, change the text, change the font, add different elements. On their Elements tab, they have all types of different things that clearly lays out different graphics that you can utilize. So let's say you like shrimp or something different, you can choose to swap out the animal in this design, and it's super easy to really just drop and drag all types of different things. So you can really start to utilize this not only for your logos, but also for your designs as well. So Canva is the #1 that I would make sure that you add to your list. Canva offers a free product, which means you have limited access to a bunch of things, but I would really recommend upgrading to the pro version. And the reason I recommend that is we are going to be downloading things at high resolutions and taking away backgrounds and really making a lot of edits and utilizing all types of ideally premium designs. And in order for us to do that, it's just gonna be much cheaper if you actually just have the monthly subscription. So they do offer a free 1-month trial for the pro version where you get access to all of the different bells and whistles. But after that, it's $120 for a year, so it's $10 per month to get started, which I think is completely worth it. But definitely think that through from a budgeting perspective so you know to account for $10 per month for a tool that you are going to be in every single day. So let's say you get started with Canva, you're rocking and rolling with a couple of different designs, and now you're kind of wanting to launch some additional designs. You wanna go a little bit trendier, or you wanna have a bit more inspiration that is potentially a bit more artistic or a bit more streetwear. That is when I recommend you start dabbling with the design software called Kittl. Now, Kittl is an amazing platform because of just what I mentioned. They are kind of like the cool girl, where they have so many awesome designs. As you can see here, it goes across different things like streetwear and vintage and just really clean, crisp designs. You have designers coming into here weekly and adding additional templates. And what's really cool about these is they actually have a different license usage, where as long as you're paying for the monthly subscription, you could, in theory, take these designs and just utilize them as your own. Obviously, we're doing print on demand. We're trying to create products that are unique and have a different value proposition, so it's probably not recommended. But in theory, you could do that. So it makes it easier for you to just initially get started and potentially see, okay, I'm not gonna tweak a ton, but I wanna kind of see what vibe is working for my brand and what vibe is working for my shop. So just really, really cool, awesome ways for you to get started without having to be a designer and know everything about design language. And they make it pretty easy to make edits and make tweaks and change things. They also have AI features built into this product type that will allow you to prompt Kittl to generate something with AI that is new and not seen before, and spit out so you can utilize that in your designs as well. So this is one that I would really utilize if you're interested in launching into clothing or have something with more of that like vintage or streetwear flair that we're seeing be super popular right now. And again, from a pricing perspective, it's really similar to Canva. So they offer a free trial of their pro version, which again, I recommend you get. A lot of their templates are not going to be the premium version. So I definitely recommend upgrading to the premium version when you are ready. They have a 7-day free trial of the premium version. And then after that, it is the same pricing as Canva, where it's $120 per year. So assume $10 per month, which again, I think is completely worth it for the amount of value you get and the amount of power in designing things. I would have never been able to design some of the things that I've been able to add to my shop as bestsellers without tools like this that make it really easy to remove backgrounds, add in trendy elements, add in different AI pieces. I might have something in my mind that I'm like, okay, I want this type of image, and I can literally have that spit out with AI. So it works really, really well for designing, and especially coming into the holiday season, you're gonna wanna have designs that are new and fresh and trendy and hopping on the trends that we're seeing happen right now. And this is a great one that I would recommend you check out in order to do that. The last one that I'm going to talk about is more of like, she's a helper. She's not one that I utilize as my go-to, but I like to use it for a couple of things, and that is going to be research to see what's trending within print on demand, and also different things that I don't want to have to generate myself, and different things that I can just like and grab. So the platform I'm talking about is a website called Creative Fabrica, the most affordable out of all the platforms that I have mentioned. And they are basically a marketplace, not so much for you to like go in and like tweak this font and add these designs and kind of actually design things, but where you can find different designs that you can utilize for your designing at a very low cost. So if you go onto their platform, you can see that they have a ton of different fonts. They also have a ton of different just like images and graphics that you can kind of start utilizing. They have a couple of different models from pricing. So let's say you're not sure about this platform and you just want to come in and like play around with the experience. You can go ahead and just buy the design. So if I only wanted to buy this cute, funny ghost PNG, I could totally do that. It's gonna cost me $2. I can download it. I own the rights to utilize that image, and I can use it as I see fit. Or look how cute, bullshit, that's adorable. But it ends up being really affordable to actually just go ahead and get a membership to this website. So as you can see here at the top, they have a free trial, and I will link that in the description below. But basically, they have a free trial that allows you to download unlimited amounts of their downloads for a whole month. And then after that, it renews at $9 per month, or you can just go ahead and upgrade, and it's like $47 for the entire year. So assume $4 per month in order to be able to utilize this. They have this tab here called POD, which is a really cool place to kind of start looking at and taking a peek at when it comes to just doing your research. If you go and you view all of the designs, you can see here, and by sorting it by popularity, what are people downloading more frequently? What is trending right now? Obviously, we can do our research on Etsy or we can look at Google Trends, but you can also start to get a perspective on what is becoming popular. And as we can see here, a lot of it is going to be fall, and it's going to be funny fall, and it's going to be cocktails. So it's a good idea to start thinking about how can you take what's already popular and what a lot of people are having interest in and cross-niching that with something else, or adding it to your shop to see if your consumers kind of have a similar type of vibe. And again, for the pricing of $4 per month, you get some really good ideas. Now, I posted a video not that long ago just talking about some updates on Etsy. While the print on demand button here exists, meaning that these designs all have print on demand usage. So again here, you could just download these designs and immediately slap on a t-shirt and sell it. However, you cannot do that on Etsy, but you can do that for Shopify. So Etsy wants to make sure that the designs that you are adding to Etsy have a human element to them and are being edited and tweaked a little bit. So if you are interested in the print on demand section of Creative Fabrica, I would recommend still utilizing it, but making sure that you're taking this, popping it into Canva or popping it into Kittl, changing some fonts, adding some elements, changing the color scheme, making it truly your design and unique to you, that is human crafted and beautiful, to then be able to push out to your print on demand shop. The other thing that I typically use here is, again, like AI will help me generate a lot of different things really, really well. But let's say I can't find the exact thing that I want. If I type in cakes into Creative Fabrica and I want to see what type of cake graphics there are, they have so many additional options here that you can basically find, like, look at all these really adorable foil glam cakes clip art that I could download, throw it into Canva, add different font, and then use that as a design that is purely something that I have designed and created and can be sold through any of my platforms as a unique design. So use this as an inspiration tool, as a research tool, and something that can help supplement your designs, especially when you're trying to launch into different categories. It's really good to kind of understand what's trending at first. So there you have it. Those are the 3 design platforms that I use day in and day out, their actual pricings. Let's say you were to get all of them, it would end up costing you about $24 per month. And that's pretty much some of the only subscriptions that I actually use on a monthly basis, because everything else is just done through my laptop. I mean, we have fees when it comes to like Wi-Fi and other things like that. But for the most part, the fees for platforms really lie in our design software. So if you have any interest in those types of platforms, I'm gonna link them all below. If this was helpful whatsoever, please like and subscribe for more content like this.